it's time for our pet talk. And first of all, thanks so much for bringing a parrot onto the program. I know that this is sort of the fill-in parrot because the one you were going to bring got sold last night.
Yeah, that's too bad, I guess. But
Now, tell us, so I gave it away. This is a Meyers Parrot. So what can you tell us about this particular bird?
well, it's a small type of parrot. I know some of them get quite big, but this one won't get much bigger than what you see right now. It is a small African parrot found in subtropical regions in Africa. And
Now, a parrot like this, you said it's not going to get much bigger than this. How old is this parrot? Is this parrot like a year, a couple months?
well, it's a few months. It was hatched in March, and at the store we hand-fed it on sort of a mash diet.
So that's good. That mash diet, that's tasty.
It is good. Well, for the parrot anyway. So because it was hand-fed, it's very tame, very used to people. And
Now, you said it was hatched here in Saskatoon. So, or like in terms of how birds end up at a pet store, are they usually are the eggs brought to Canada? They're hatched someplace else. We bring them to the stores. How does it usually work?
well, most of the parrots or birds that we get are local or captive bred. Very few are taken out of the wild. Problems with taking birds like this out of the wild is that they tend to be a little bit more aggressive, not used to people.
Fair enough.
When you get a chance to hand feed a baby bird, it sort of bonds with the person feeding, so or at least getting used to people. So.
Now, you're talking about this bird not getting much bigger than it is right now. A lot of people are familiar with, thanks to Beretta, cockatiels and cockatoos, and those are big, beautiful birds, and we also got those, like pirate parrots. But if you were thinking of getting a parrot as a pet, or someone in your family, some of the kids are thinking about it, what are some of the things you have to take into consideration in terms of the space you need, the size of cage, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's very important. Most birds need a bit of space to fly around, and they need cages that are designed to keep them in, of course, and spacing of the wires in the cage are also important because an animal like this can get his head between the spaces and possibly get stuck. So you need the right type of cage for a particular bird. This particular one, the Meyers Parrot, it lives off a diet of seed. You can get formulated pellets with fruits, green foods like lettuces and stuff like that, and sprouted seeds. So that's its diet. Different parrots eat different things, but
and just before we go, how long would a bird like this live, ballpark figure?
well, this particular one can live up to and slightly exceed 20 years.
Wow.
So it's a very long-lived animal. That's right.
Absolutely. Well, thanks very much, Clinton. It's always great to have Clinton Ekdahl from Petland with us. He'll be back in another 3 weeks with some more pet tips for you, and interesting pets they are indeed. Thanks so much for being with us today.
You're welcome.
You betcha. Now it's time to find out what's new on home video.